learners, how are you all? Hope you are fine and staying safe. Okay, what kind of relationship do you have with your grandparents? First of all, you have to tell me, do you have a grandmother and a grandfather whom you love the most? Hmm. Okay. And what happens if we lie in a relationship? Can you tell me that if you lie to a friend, if you lie to your brother or sister or your mother or your father, what happened? Have you ever tried it? Do they mind? All right, all right. So Sana is telling us about a very beautiful magical story which she has observed. She is telling her life story that when she was so younger, she used to saw her grandmother. She all the time she keeps on knitting, and she in minutes she changed a rough thread into a very beautiful scarf, socks, or a very beautiful dress she can make even of that thread. So let's see what Sana is telling us. Sana wanted to be just like her grandmother when she was growing up. Dadi was special because her fingers worked like magic, and within minutes she could use her silver knitting needles. They are just like needles. You can if you have ever observed your grandparents, grandmother, most of the times we see that they have two long silver knitting needles, and they used to move their fingers, and they turn the raw thread into a scarf or a beautiful fabric whatsoever they want. So, in the winter, Sana would wear the sweaters, socks, and scarves knitted by Dadi to protect herself from the cold. She loved to see Dadi's hand move like lightning as she created beautiful pieces of clothing from the very simple thread. Sana always wondered if touching the knitting needles would give her hands the magical powers too. So Dadi had been using the same needles since she was a young girl. They had been a gift from her father. Do you like gifts? Her father, it means that the Dadi's father, they have gifted her the beautiful silver knitting needles. She always placed them on the top shelf where no one could reach them. It shows her affection that her Dadi was so she used to love those knitting needles that she always keep her on the higher shelf where no other person can reach. Okay, what's next? One morning, Sana woke up late for the school. She forgot that it was a grandparents' day. Do you celebrate the grandparents' day? Her teacher had asked every student to bring one item from home that described their grandmother or grandfather. So tell me, what would you bring? Or what must Sana should bring if there was a grandparents day, and what she's telling us about? Definitely, she have bring the silver knitting needles. Sana stood on a chair and grabbed Dadi's knitting needles. She knew her best friend would not mind if she took them to school. Who is her best friend? Her Dadi is her best friend. She was excited to show everyone in class the secret behind Dadi's magic. So, do you believe in magic? That special magic? We have also learned about the magical pencil. You remember that? All right. So when Sana got home from school, she was excited to tell Dadi all about her day. She has spent a very beautiful day, and she was very anxious that when she will reach home and she will tell her Dadi about those knitting needles she has taken, and how she has introduced her Dadi to her friends through those knitting needles. So the students loved her story about her grandmother's knitting. She opened her bag to take out Dadi's needle. To her horror, they were not there. Oh my god. She misplaced her grandmother's most important possession, because she has already told us that her grandmother was very much in love with those needles, as her father has gifted her those needles. So Sana was too scared to imagine how disappointed Dadi would be. Did somebody in class steal them? Did she forget them somewhere? Sana could not help crying. She was crying badly. Sana hesitantly walked into Dadi's room. Sana, I am so glad you are home. I can't find my silver knitting needles anywhere. I was planning to make you a special dress today. Do you know where they are? Dadi asked with concern. Without thinking, Sana said, I saw Ali taking her outside to play. Sana could not believe she had just wrongly accused her 6-year-old brother. She had to choose between a painful truth and an easy lie, and she had chosen to lie. She has done a good job. Is it right to say lie? No, that's not. Let's see what happens next. She saw Dadi go to Ali and scold him for his for his behavior. The little boy was confused no matter what he said. Dadi would not listen. She was sure it was his fault. Since Sana said so, Sana felt extremely guilty for putting her younger brother into trouble. Now Sana is feeling that she hasn't done right. It is not a good thing to accuse somebody else for your own crimes, for your own sins. She knew telling a lie was wrong and she should confess, but she could not do so as she was afraid that Dadi would get angry with her. So early the next morning, the bell rang before it was time for Sana to catch the bus. When Dadi opened the door, she was surprised to see the bus driver standing there, holding nothing else but her silver knitting needles. So Dadi was aged and she would definitely come to know that it was all the fault of Sana. So what happens next? Let's see. The driver said Sana had forgotten them on her seat yesterday and he had come to return them. Dadi finally understood what had really happened. Holding the needles in her hand, Dadi went up to Sana. When Sana realized that her lie had been caught, her head dropped down in shame. Sana admitted that she had taken the needles to the school without Dadi's permission. When she saw they were no longer in her bag, she did whatever she could to save herself from Dadi's anger. So she was very sorry for wrongly blaming Ali in the matter and had learned a lesson. So what's next? Dadi was a kind and forgiving woman. She hugged Sana and said, Sana, what matters is that at least you have learned a lesson. It is always better to tell the truth, no matter how difficult it is. Needles can always be replaced, but I have only the granddaughter who matters more to me than anything in the world. From the day onwards, Sana realized the importance of truthfulness, and the two best friends become more closer. So, what this story is telling us that first of all, what the wrong things the Sana has done. First of all, she has taken the silver knitting needles without the permission of Dadi. This is a wrong thing. Next, what she has done, she has left them in the school bus, and she came home without them. So, and after that, what she has done, she blamed her brother for that just to save her relationship. So, is she doing all the things rightly? No. The lesson which we have learned that our grandparents love us a lot, and if we are afraid of our relationship, we must not lie. We should speak the truth, howsoever tough it is. So, you have learners, you have to promise with me that we will keep on speaking the truth, how much tough it is. We wouldn't care. Okay, so take care. Bye bye.